Hello, ladies and gents. I'm Sonny Las Vegas. Today I have with me a brother from another and another brother from another. And it's not that my mom gets around; is that I have several moms. I think that's the case. I have a really good mom. But I got the guys with me today. Um, I know there's some football and stuff going on, and I froze. Right?
You
Hmm.
froze.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're
yeah. It's probably
frozen.
because I have the other window.
I mean, you kind of got this look on your face that you're not
Drunk.
exactly excited to see us.
I know. And I didn't want to say he was frozen. I was letting him keep talk, but yes. Oh.
Oh, and then you do like this fast forward when you
It
catch
just
up.
It just did it to me right now. And now
Yep.
there's like a split lag. My apologies, folks. We have Cox cable, which is not the
I
best
remember
cable,
that.
but it's like the primary one that's better than nothing. But I wish there was something else. And speaking of cable, I think Google's coming out with cable, internet. I think I just seen that
Like,
yesterday. But anyways, folks, I'm Sunny Las Vegas. Let's start this over. Hopefully I don't lag again. I have my two brothers from another's, Mikey Bags of Money and Jimmy Old School Flips. There's some stuff that I know reselling people like to talk about and people learn from, but there's other things and people who are out here who haven't started yet but want to. This internet's annoying me right now.
yes.
It
Dang it,
is
he's
annoying.
frozen. This at least he's smiling this time, folks. I'm gonna use this opportunity to say hi. I'm Jimmy Old School Flips. Go
Go
check out
ahead.
my channel. Go check out Mikey Bags of Money's channel. Hey, why not, right? He's not here right now, so I might as well.
I think the internet's gonna do this to me the
I've
whole
had
time.
that cable when I lived in Arizona. It's not the best.
No. But I'm a reseller, so are these three gentlemen, but we're also content creators, amongst other people. And I've been trying to do my best to learn more about how to make my YouTube channel grow. Oh my
Now
God.
we lost him totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're having some big issues, man.
Yeah.
And
Go ahead, guys. Y'all take it over.
Mikey, you
What's
got
the
this. All
topics?
right.
You had it, Jimmy. I'm here for moral support.
No, yeah. So the show today is gonna be about and these two guys are killing it on the social media. How to grow your social media, how to use the multiple platforms to help other platforms, and how to get your social media to continue to grow. Sometimes you hit some slow growth, and then you gotta do some things to boost it. So this is the guy over here to talk to. Hey, by the way, look at my new sign. It says, oh, it's got a glare. This is the guy to talk to about. Oh,
Ooh.
he is killing it on YouTube. So you guys ask questions in the chat for sure. That really helps us answer some of the questions you guys might have about social media. At being a creator, being a bad creator, being a good creator. I gotta fix this glare. See, that's me being a bad creator. I gotta fix that. It's gonna
I
bother me.
know. There it is. You got to make sure you subscribe. Well, for anyone
Man
that
down.
doesn't know, my name is Mikey Bags of Money. I'm a full-time YouTuber and reseller. I've been reselling for about 4 years, and I've been YouTubing for about a year and a couple weeks. I love hanging. I love the reselling community. The YouTube community is awesome. I just
That's
really
better.
enjoy sharing my stories and adventures. And yeah, I'm glad to be here tonight hanging out with you guys and with all our friends in the chat. So, hello, chat.
Tell us a little bit about your the opportunity you have being in Vegas to go live on the strip. Like, how much has that helped what you're doing?
Well, when I first started my channel, like when you first start YouTube, you need to get to get money, and that's what I was hoping to get was at least money because I didn't have a
Right.
lot of time to burn up. So at least I had to be able to tell my wife that I am doing this for money, which I mean, usually wives like if you do more stuff for more
Yeah.
money. So my object
Right.
was to try to get subscribers and hours. So I mean, I already was on Instagram and a member of the community there. And I hung out on YouTube somewhat, but I honestly thought like if you thumbs up on YouTube, that the creator would know you thumbs up. We have no idea who hits the thumbs up here.
Who
So like
likes
I was
this
like,
and who
oh
doesn't?
yeah, I was like all those thumbs up that I thought they knew at least was coming from me. It wasn't. So then I started dropping comments and stuff like in there to just talk to people, engage people. I hung out in some other live shows. I really like a show here called Cash or Crash. The guy's name is Steve. He walks around Las Vegas. He's a real funny dude. And I just ran into him randomly on the streets a couple times, and we've become friends. I've been on his channel. He's been on my channel. So just like networking to grow the channel. And I mean, just that's what you got to do.
Yeah,
I think.
I agree totally.
Do you want to announce Sonny's new member?
RX Vintage Treasures. Welcome to City Slickers. Check you out. All right.
Yee-hoo!
Yeah.
Sound effect.
Doing lives, it's definitely helpful early on for sure. Because you're basically networking while you're getting to hang out and talk to people in the chat. Puts your face out there. They get a better idea of your personality because you're doing lives. Like, I feel like I know Mikey. I watch his Friday lives a lot, and it's just hours of him chatting with us. And I feel like when I met Mikey, I already felt like I knew him. Like, I was like, I already know this guy. Like, I don't have to, there's no awkward meeting here. I already know this guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And I really like hanging out. I really like bringing people along. That's part of what I really like to do. A lot of people can't get out of their house for different reasons or another. And I really just I like holding that gimbal and saying, you guys, look at this. It just excites me. The people get excited. The chat's exciting. It's just a really fun thing to do. I almost wish I could go. I almost thought of just going like extremely live and extremely Vegas when I first started my channel, because my strengths were I live in Las Vegas and I do reselling to no resellers. So I kind of just combined both of those roads and went to see where YouTube or my channel kind of pulled me. And it just seems to keep pulling me to the reseller side.
I can't put it up on the screen, but there he is. I was going to say hi to some people, but he is back.
Go ahead, guys. Thank you for for handling it.
I was going to say, if you want to take over, I was going to say hello, start saying hello to some of the people in the chat that are here with us tonight.
Do it, guys.
Get him, Jimmy. Get him, because Sonny's notoriously behind in the chat.
Kathy 50 is a new member that joined right before the show started. Nellie's here. She said she'll watch later. She's got to watch Big Brother. I get it. I don't get that, but I get not wanting to miss the show. RX Vintage Treasure, who just joined the City Slickers as well. What's up? Two guys, Vintage and Resale. Two old guys.
Oh, that'll be Mark and Michael, I believe.
Okay. Piece of scrap. Cali Reseller. Luis, what's up, man? Sonia's here. Troublemaker right there. Mikey Bags is here. Cheryl Shiny Squirrel. Hey, SonnyLasVegas is here. What's up, Sonny? Twice. Two different Sonnys are here. Chelsea, how do you say that last name? Bileby? I don't want to I already messed it up, so I apologize. Chelsea's here. Ken SSK Promo, my co-host on the Reseller Clickbait podcast. Watch for that link in the chat, guys. That's our weekly reseller themed podcast. Angie Resells, who just started a podcast with Kristen the Rural Squirrel and Rachel, right? Am I right on that?
Yeah. They're dropping a podcast tomorrow.
Yeah, their second episode will be out tomorrow. I don't want to. I just skipped on me. I think I'm caught up. Kathy 50, aka Granny Franny. She just updated that name. Sal's here. What's up, Sal?
Heavy hello.
I missed you. I apologize. It did skip on me. Bob Bassar, and Ray and Dustin, the Nashville Flippers are here, and I've got us all caught up on who's here in the chat.
Valerie and Kathy, thank you for becoming members. It helps the channel a lot. I know Mikey got me into it, seeing him do it, and I was like, what are these? What's this member stuff? And then talking to Cali Reseller Luis, he's the one that said, hey, you got to do it, primo. And primo means cousin. One thing that I grew up, I kind of learned the different things as I traveled from the military and as a civilian due to the military being out in, growing up in Texas, we used to go out pretty much trespassing to go to streams and rivers and fish. And there'll be other Hispanic guys. And my dad would always be like, hey, what's up, primo? And I would always think that, like, is this our cousin or something? Like, but I've learned it's to just break the ice. Like, hey, what's up, cuz, or hello, sir, a different thing. And then when I went to Hawaii, over there is pare. Most of the Filipinos are like, hey, pare. And I've learned that as kind of like Hispanics say padrinos. So it's like the lingo of learning from other people really benefits you when you're trying to reach a broader audience, and not just to say, oh, I got more subscribers, but to reach out to people that may need what you have available, which is why I wanted to bring up this content of apps and things that we do. And sometimes it goes into depth, so we won't try to bore you out of it. But if there's any questions that we don't get to, because there's so much of you out there and it's growing weekly, and I appreciate every one of you, because I recognize most of you, not, if not on my channel, Mikey's, on the Niche Ladies, on if Carrie Snyder had a YouTube channel, I'm pretty sure I'll probably see your name on there too, your username. And then there's some other people. Rosie's Closet is one that's growing too. I'm seeing some of the same names, and I like that. I like that they're the same names because it is a community, and we're just trying to connect the dots. That's one of the terms I say often. So, Mikey, did you have a chance to talk as I was back and forth?
Yeah, I gave it up. I gave it up for myself and my channel. I did forget to mention the motto of my channel is buy, sell, and eat. And yeah, I'd like to do reselling content, but I like to add a little spice in there. I like to add a little eat a lot of times. And I do like live in Las Vegas. So I do enjoy showing the Las Vegas lifestyle and things our city has to offer.
Now, one of the things you talked about, if it wasn't in person, Mikey, it might have been on a live chat. And it might have been in person when we're out thrifting, and you brought up, or somebody brought up, but I know you replied back saying, it costs money to go out. Every time you go out, you're eating something, you're treating super court, which is the super court, and you gotta, take care of your lady. I like that Cali Reseller Luis always says, take care of your queen. And it's like, you're right. That is our queen, you know, but it's just with going out and having memberships. Does that help part of it with your memberships?
For sure. I mean, like, I did it in the beginning to build the channel, and there's all kinds of different ways you can build the channel. And I like people that go out live and kind of just, I want to bring people with me. And unfortunately, that costs money usually to go out live, unless I just walked around the streets. And sometimes we do just walk around, the downtown strip, and we'll keep the expenses low. But I just want to show people and have fun with people. And when I got the memberships open and people started becoming members and stuff like that, and people do throw down the super chats, it really does help because it's all an effort and a cost to bring the entertainment. I have a lot of fun, but it is still work at the end of the day. I mean, I'm doing it because I've started the ball rolling and I don't want to quit. People are depending on me to show up every Friday. So we just keep it going, keep investing in it. And I mean, it's really fun having the community and all our friends that chat and say hello, and I really enjoy it. And I think you got a new member too, Sonny.
I think I seen it.
They're piling in.
Kelly. What does
Kelly?
the SWO stand for, if you don't mind me asking, Kelly? I like your name. My wife, not my wife, not that kind of relative, but my sister is Kelly. Her initials, or her name is Kelly Iris Sanchez. So we call her, growing up, we called her Kiss. And then I was like, who's Kiss? I was like, your sister. And it didn't sound right. So we stopped saying that. Kind of reminds me of Joe Dirte. I'm your sister. Crazy movie.
That seems terrible.
It is terrible. It's like, it's just horrible. Who has not seen Joe Dirte?
Joe Dirt. Oh,
so one of the things. Well, let's get with an app. What is? I have some questions, folks. Sorry, I'm back and forth in my head because my computer upstairs wasn't working. Like I've been bringing up that it's been giving me some problems. And the internet is way different on that one. It's just outdated, I believe, and I need a new one. But I'm glad that this tablet that I won is helping. And speaking of our besties, frenzies, got Carrie in the house, which is very rare. This is like a unicorn sighting right here, folks. It really is. Let me see. I got a brand. No, it's Banner. And then All right, we'll start with the questions that I have. I'm trying to keep track of stuff and just go based on questions and see what come up with. Now, with these questions, folks, it's not just for us in the panel. We learn a lot from you as well. So if you have input about it, if it worked for you, if it didn't, if you gave it another chance, what are things that has helped you? And this is how we all learn from each other. So guys, what apps do you use? And we could start off with one to create content: Instagram, TikTok, thumbnails, YouTube. How do you create some of your stuff to get started for social media, even if it's not for YouTube?
I mean, you want me to go first, Mike? Mike, you go. Okay.
Dude,
I mean,
Jimmy,
let's talk about Instagram, because it's like the Swiss Army knife of
Special guest.
social media. Like, you can do just about everything on there. I think it's the most useful of them all to share your other apps or websites or platforms that you're using. I feel like Instagram is the best at just sharing everything you're doing and getting people drawn into what you're doing. Because you can stories, reels, just your feed, you can drop links, you can tag people, you can do all kinds of stuff to draw people into what you're doing. I think it's the best most versatile app that I use.
For sure. I love Instagram. I like hanging out on it. Like you said, it's very versatile. It's got a great reselling community on there.
Yep.
I don't know if there's like per se a YouTube community on there, but there's a huge, I'm not at least part of it, but it's all entangled in the reseller community, which is really cool. I've learned so much from Instagram and the people on Instagram that post the bolos situations. And for the most part, it's pretty positive too. I got to say, the reseller Instagram. So that's one of my apps I use morning, noon, and night for sure.
Yep. It's also really handy for messaging, to direct contact with other. Most the other content creators I talk to through the messenger on Instagram.
I like and laugh at how both of you as well, like, are part of what I'm about to say. I'll get a DM from you or a reply, but then I'll get a text message. So it's like, you're like, which one came first? And
I can't decide which one.
yeah, it's like, but either way, it's a form of communication, and I think it's cool, especially if it's like, oh, he or she's not, whoever you're messaging is not reading it on time. And if you have their number, like, oh, I should have just did this in the first place, if that's the case. But with social media and social media platforms, with Instagram, since we started off with that, what do you have? I know what I have, and I want to just unload on some stuff, but do y'all have Linktree or something like Linktree?
I use Linktree. I tried the campsite one or whatever it was. There's like a campsite one. I tried that one, but I ended up going with Linktree.
Now, Mikey, I think you have Linktree, but you said you didn't update it, because I remember messaging you a few days ago. I know,
and I still haven't updated. I'm slacking on the Linktree. That's one of the best things about Instagram, is that you can advertise all your other business right there. And I mean, that's awesome, and something definitely to take advantage of.
Linktree. I'm going to see if I could open it up here, folks. And the reason why I find this very valuable, before I try to open it up, hopefully it does on my tablet. So Linktree, L-I-N-K tree. It's a platform that has a free version, and then there's parts of it to where if you want to customize it, you got to pay for that part. But for the most part, I probably have 12 links, if that, in my Linktree, and it's free, with the few options that they have for kind of like a background for it. And I think this is a very valuable thing when it comes to you trying to say, if you're selling something or wanting somebody to go to your channel. Everybody more and more are learning that rather than saying, hey, can I have your link? They just go to your bio and your link's usually there. So I recommend making it convenient for people who are interested at the moment to have what you have available right there and then. And if not, it kind of, you lose that when they're like, you know what, I don't want to reach out to you. I don't want to talk to you, but I want to support you. Like the name that we call people that don't like or comment, but yet they're here supporting us and we don't know who they are, but they're in the background and they're supporting us. It's kind of the same way. You got to appreciate them, but you also got to make it convenient by having the information there for them, just for them to click on, buy it. And a lot of people don't even I've noticed some orders on eBay, I feel like they are from viewer buys, but they're not saying they are. But then I'll get a message, Sonny, I always want to support you, and the feedback. I get 1,000 feedback on eBay, even though I sold much more than that. And it was like, Sonny, I've never said. I know it's Sonny Las Vegas on my eBay, but most people don't look at the username. But I just feel like the vibe is that they're following me somehow. So I recommend folks look at Linktree and look at other people, make it simple. And if you can afford to customize it to get it cleaner and have your own custom way, I recommend you use Linktree or something like Linktree. So for you in the chat, are y'all using Linktree or something similar to it, to where it's a link of links? And I'm going to see
a link within a link within a link.
Yeah, and it's easy. It's not something that's crazy either.
Yeah. I like the stories on Instagram and how you can use the stickers to add a link. So like that, again, I discovered stories, and Angie Resells actually made fun of me. Like I discovered stories and it was on. Like I was dropping stories every 30 seconds, and learning like how to add the music with stickers and how to add the links with stickers and how to tag people. I highly recommend learning stories as well on Instagram so you can link stuff like that. But yeah, there you go. Is that your link tree right there?
Yeah, this is mine, and it's one that's
just like hiding right here.
It's one that's not it's just a plain one. I don't pay for any of this. It's free. I get to put my own logo up on it. I just took a screenshot of my logo and uploaded. It's fairly simple, and where it has YouTube and the titles of things, you could customize that to any way you want. I'm kind of looking at things now where it says list perfectly, 30% off code. I want it to somehow come off easier to where it's not so much of like, oh, you get something from this. I don't want to do that, because some people don't. Some people just want a link, and if they get a freebie or just some information, that's more valuable than anything. We got in here. We got Angie. Hi, Angie. Kind of been seeing, I think, Angie the past 2 days. Heard a cab guy on Rachel Strickland's show earlier. Very excited for them on their channel. We got TJ Love Lady. Now, folks, I'll tell you about TJ. He is one. I just messaged a few minutes ago, and I believe he replied back. I haven't seen it yet because I was back and forth with the internet failures that I'm having. And this is the guy you really want to go to, who breaks down some really good information, really clear, very active on social media. With his TikTok today, he probably had more after the one that I've seen. But I was in a thrift store, and it was talking about YouTubers who are a TikToker who makes something funny, and then at the end, it's like he's presenting, or the voice is a female, I believe, and it's like, oh, but check out my YouTube, and it's just hilarious the way it does it, because I felt like that's kind of me at times, but I guess I'm learning along the way. But I asked him to come on Thursday, if not this coming Thursday, another Thursday, but I would love to have him on, and I'm pretty sure you would like his channel. I know I do, and I'm learning a lot from him as well, especially the kind of views that he gets. Is definitely somebody I could learn from, and I also enjoy him. And he's also part of other channels that I like to follow as well.
Look, he's wearing my hat.
He's wearing your hat?
Yeah.
I see it.
Sorry.
What's going on?
Sorry, I'm acting like a child right now. I apologize.
It happens.
It happens a lot.
No apologies necessary. I was giggling like a child, Jimmy. I saw it.
Man, you got a bunch of stuff on your link tree. I wish I was that cool and popular. And
I'm not popular, folks. I just have the links to like my Mercari, TikTok, things I'm on and active on. So I figured, why not? Maybe somebody wants to follow it if they don't. And one thing I like about Linktree as well is that if you're into analytics, it does show you how much views you're getting, and it's really good to see how people are interested in it.
Yeah.
And along the way, go back and change up some things and see if it grows. But it's like a business card to me, rather than just one point of contact. There's like other avenues of maybe people want to follow you on.
No, I like that. Comparison to a virtual business card. I like that. That's almost exactly what it is. You say you're not cool, you're not popular, but one of the things about Instagram that I said about the messaging, I want to ask you guys, like, now that your channels are trying to grow, it's not just like, you know, we have each other's phone numbers, but Instagram messaging is good to keep in contact with your viewers and, you know, the people that want to learn from you because you guys help people. I know you guys have to be getting quite a few messages every day through Instagram, right?
It's growing. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
It's growing. I got a random one that said the Broncos suck the other day on Facebook. Like, I'm not even hardcore, but yeah, they're coming.
Hardcore. All right, wait till they play the Raiders. All right, learn about them Broncos.
Charlie, a good channel to come up on too. So Charlie is somebody I met, and so did we. All three of us met Charlie at the Cash to Cash podcast. A really good guy, active. One thing I learned about him by looking at his Instagram and then going over to his new one of the videos at the time. This was probably a few months ago. He makes puppets, and that's one thing I've always wanted to learn how to make as a puppet, how to create them, and it's fascinating how people do it. You think it would be easy, but it's not. And I learned that he does, and I've said this before. We are more than just resellers. We have other titles that we carry in our bag. Sometimes we throw them out. Sometimes we bring them back. But with Charlie, he had his new video was he's not only a reseller and goes out sourcing, but he does flea market stuff as well, pop-up shops. So his question is putting together a flea market out in Vegas. I think there is a big opportunity.
I haven't because I don't live there, so that's for you guys.
But you could.
No, I thought about it. It sounded like a lot of work, and I'd like to be the customer at the flea markets, not the guy doing the flea markets. There is big opportunity. This place is full of opportunities out here. I don't doubt if you had a good one going that people would come for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
have dinner for me, Carrie.
There's in reselling, there's the people that I actually a storage locker guy that I ran into, he kind of broke down to me the big difference between what I do and what he does is he shops for lockers during the week, and then all weekend he has to sell because he doesn't sell online, he sells in person. So on the weekends he's at flea markets, he's setting up booths, he's having yard sales, whatever. And what I do, I shop on the weekends and then sell 7 days a week. So I don't know if I want to make that change. I enjoy what I do. And he said, if you go into like heavy into storage lockers and buying in bulk, you're going to be doing more of working on the weekends, trying to move the product rather than shopping and going to yard sales and doing that part that you really like. So that's something to think about. And it really is true. I mean, it really is. Especially if you grow and you start doing a lot of storage lockers and start trying to move a lot of inventory like that.
Yeah, it's a great way to scale up. That's for sure. If you buy storage lockers and start selling at the flea market or start your own, it's definitely a way to scale. You only can list so many items in a day. I mean, I like listing items, but if you want to scale up, that's definitely an option for sure.
I'm just kind of niched down into like a treasure hunter that goes out on the weekends, records what I'm doing. My YouTube channel is very niche down now. My eBay store is the opposite, but my YouTube is very, it's yard sales. That like me out at yard sales, trying to find treasures, and so I'm really niche down on my social media, on my YouTube. Really,
With Instagram, what has been more beneficial for you? Not communicating with people as in back and forth like DMs, but which one would be your favorite? Reels, stories, or posts?
For me, Reels have done the best. Reels have performed the best for me, but I love doing the stories. They're fun. So
yeah, as far as consuming the content, I just like scrolling and whatever's there. The Reels are okay, but they remind me of TikTok, and I'm just not there yet. I know the motion is all about the future and stuff like that, but I'm almost like old school and just like the picture and to read the text. Yeah. But as far as like Jimmy said, the Reels get way more engagement. I really like doing the stories because you just kind of do whatever. I just take a little snippet from my life and boom, throw it on there, and for people to enjoy and see a little behind the scenes, a little bit more behind. So it's a great way to share. I like the stories. They disappear. They're not there forever. You don't have to worry too much. You just let them flow.
Right.
I've been noticing sway over from when I used to post actual posts, not reels or stories, but my posts used to be about like tips and information detailed about the stuff that I sold. And then it ended up turning to like the awards or rewards of growing, because I want people to see they could do it too. And it's not to brag about it, because we are so small compared to other people, but to me it's huge. You know, the way we're growing, even one subscriber, even if we lose somebody, it's like, it's fine. I've learned not to get butthurt about it, because if somebody leaves, then I hope that we taught them enough that they're trying to find that information that they plateaued with me to go somewhere else. Because there's love for everybody. It's not going to hurt anybody. And I just want to grow myself. So there are some people that I actually unsubscribe to because their content just changed completely too as we progress. Have y'all seen any changes within yourselves of like 2 months ago or 3 months ago up until now that things are different of what you do and how you share things?
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, Mikey. Yeah, I've been going first every time.
I know. We were going with that, and then I was trying to come back in. But I have noticed I'm getting better. I'm proud of myself. I got my first person that left a comment that said, "I'm tired of all this clickbait. I'm unsubscribing." And I'm quite proud of that. That means my thumbnails must be getting better, because I'm not clickbaiting it hard or anything. I mean, I had the YouTube, I had a decision to make after a year. Really, I was going to quit. That when I was early on, and the aches and pains, month 2, 3, 4, when you're not even monetized and you're still putting in all the hours, because I went full force with it. That's the only way I know how. 1 or 2 videos a week, every Friday night I'm going out. And I did think about quitting early on, and I'm just like, give me 1 year. I want to see where I could be after 1 year. And I'm happy with my progress after 1 year. So obviously I'm going to continue. It might have been a little clickbaity, but that just tells me I'm doing something right. I'm getting them to click on there and causing an emotion. And if they leave the comment, like a negative comment, I never mind that. Like I said, I was quite proud of that one.
So there is some clickbait to play around with, but should you clickbait often? Like, I know the clickbait podcast is entirely different. That is clickbait through and through. But for your own personal videos, should there be a time? It's like almost crying wolf. You know, you're always, and then it doesn't happen. One thing I don't like about clickbait is when the clickbait has nothing to do with the video. Like there's nothing about it. To me, that's clickbait.
Yeah, that's clickbait.
Yeah. That's one thing I don't like, when there's nothing. Like somebody saying we got kicked out of some place, and you're like, you want to go there and see why, you know, and hope that they're in the right to back them because you're already following them. I got the alert. I'm going to look at the video. And then it's like nothing happened. Like, why would you do that? You know, like you lied to me, and I don't like to be lied to.
Yeah, I mean, I make sure my video, now after I edit my video and I know what I have, I want to take it right to that edge of clickbait though. Like I want it to be about the video, and why wouldn't I want to draw people in to watch my video, as long as, you know, the video, what the thumbnail says is what is in the video, and it's what happens in the video. I mean, maybe it's clickbait, but it's honest clickbait, like it's really what happened. I don't think I've ever done one that was just so far off, except for on the Reseller Clickbait podcast. That one's just like you said, that's literally me just having as much fun as I can making a thumbnail. It's literally there for my enjoyment only. So yeah, you know, I want to take it right to that edge, but I'll never like do cops called and it's me driving down the street and there's cops got a car pulled over. I'm never gonna do that. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, okay, so you filmed a car pulled over on the side of the road and you used cops called, so I'm not doing that.
And you may have it like a camera, like, oh, somebody called the cops, and then you stroll through and had no real story to it. Like that's clickbait. Stories Bandits, I hope you're doing well as well. Charlie, here's some comments with the flea market, and you you mentioned that you would like to come down and start something with the art of resale. And when you asked that question that I highlighted earlier, that's actually the first person I thought about, because I remember Art saying it. It might have been on Danny May's live or somebody's live that he said he would like to do that. And it's definitely going to involve people putting out the word, just like anything else. How we recommend, check out this person's channel, check out that person's channel, like give them a chance and see what happens. But with here in Vegas, it is growing so much compared. Like there's this place called Mountain Edge south of where I'm at, complete opposite side. And I remember my first few weeks running up there, I was 255 pounds, and I said, I need to lose weight. It took me like 2 hours to just walk up there. I couldn't run. It's like 12 feet, and I was already gasping for air. So when I got up there, I took a panoramic photo. I'm a photographer. Took a photo, and I went there a couple of months ago, and it's like this little circle ended up being like this whole screen of like buildings that's grown around the photo, and it's exact same kind of distance of the lens. I didn't zoom in or anything. It was just fascinating. So a flea market and business here in Las Vegas, I'm sure it's everywhere else, but it is something somebody could do, and as a group, I think it would be more than worth it. Now, like Mikey said, it sounds like I think he said it was a headache just even thinking about it. You got to think about liability. You got to think about security, cops, having the freaking ambulance on speed dial. Like you got to have this stuff prepared, and you got to have your employees who are security and these first responders if you want to be legitimate. Because when you start something new like that, I feel like there's people who might be over there that may want to come over, but there might be people who might be hating on it and try to sabotage you. I've seen that personally with businesses that you would think they'll be supportive, and people try to bring you down. But it's definitely something I would love to be a part of, and I think it's very possible. It's just getting the land for it, and that's one thing right now here in Vegas. The price of properties are going down, and I think that's everywhere, probably but California is freaking expensive over there from what I hear. But I think the big goal or the big winner in a flea market would be owning the land and not leasing the land and having to worry next year they're going to go up because you're successful. It's kind of like renting an apartment. You're going up in rent, but then why? Oh, because of, we got to maintain stuff. It was like the water line still busted from a year ago. Like, what are you working on? They're just up pricing you on stuff. So with that, Cheryl said, my husband wants to buy land and start a flea market, Raceway, drive-in theater here in East Nebraska. Do it. I would say do it. I tried to get my brother-in-law to tell his boss about it. He's an entrepreneur. And I was telling him, like, you should do that in Twin Falls, Idaho. They don't have one. They used to, but it was tiny. But you also got to consider the weather, the heat, which isn't bad. But then Twin Falls, Idaho in general has long winters. That's also another thing. Is it going to be seasonal, or how do you make it year round? You would want it indoor, outdoor, when you could have both. You have both open. So a lot of things to think about when it comes to that. Resell to Rome. What's up, Resell to Rome? They're doing a giveaway today, folks. I ended up following them this morning. I don't remember who was it this morning. I woke up, I seen Johnny, the return of Cajun Reseller. I woke up early enough to catch their live, and then Kristen was on there as well. And I think that's where I might have heard Resell to Rome. And then Dave NC Picker, who I call Chef Dave now, he put it on his Instagram stories, which is, there you go, it's working. He had the link rather than just saying, hey, they're live, and I got to go plug it in on my phone or my crappy computer upstairs. And it's like, nope, I give up. He made it easy. Put the link in there, went over, said hello. And unfortunately, it was already ending the live. So I think it was because I jumped in the live. He was like, oh, Sonny's here, you got to go. Justin says, couldn't make a video about it because he was busy in his trade show. And then Ken did say earlier, hold on, wait a minute. Y'all got Jimmy's phone number? I don't know if you saw that. What's up, Andy?
There's a fee involved. There's a fee involved.
All right. So more about apps. One person that I'm going to say clearly is here in the panel, TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is a really good app. I'm learning more about it. Yesterday, I dove into actually learning tools about it, and there's a lot of information. And I'm going to say Mikey has more experience in it. So, Mikey, would you like to tell people about TubeBuddy?
TubeBuddy, bro. It's an app it's a Chrome extension, I believe, some kind of extension, and basically it embeds itself kind of in your YouTube channel, and it provides statistics and analysis on your channel and other people's channels. So you can kind of see how many views people are getting and how many what their subscriber growth rate is, how many videos they put out. You can look at all kinds of stuff. What I really like it for is the tags, because it will show you what other people tagged in the video too. It gives you suggestions for tags to put in your own video. So I pretty much just use like a clipboard from all my old ones and just clip it and then add a couple of theirs, and they show how it ranks and stuff. Like I said, I just have the lowest level. There's probably way more things you could get into it, and I'd like to. I just can't ever go the full. I'm like get into it a little bit, and I never go like all the way with the apps. I wish I could, especially with List Perfectly. They have so much stuff too, but I just can't get that inside. I don't know. I'm a mid-level guy, but I really like it. It tells me a lot. It helps, and I highly recommend it. It's not, and I think if you're under 1,000 subscribers, they give you a discount on it too. So definitely worth checking out.
I don't have it. I've heard of My Buddy, that old doll, My Buddy.
My buddy. They have Video IQ. Do you use any kind of app like that, Jimmy?
No, it's all.
I know. If you try it for a month though, it's interesting to see what channels. It's just interesting. If you like stats, I mean, you can see some channels you're like, holy cow, they're getting that many views, and then some you're like, they're not getting very many views. So I mean, you really, as the casual viewer, you don't really know or can't dive that deep in there. But I'm sure like the top dogs of this game are diving deep, and there's all kinds of like trends you can jump on and all kinds of other stuff. I'm trying to learn it out.
Cooking is my passion.
Give me a second. I'm trying to see if yeah, it should be on here.
Are we gonna get to see Chef Dave?
Oh shoot. What is Dave's? Let me see. We'll do Chef Dave's. I'm gonna see if I could show you on my end, folks, too. And this is stuff I've learned just diving into it yesterday, because Mikey talked about it for a while. As anybody in the chat, you could just put a whole bunch of emojis if you're using TubeBuddy, or just put nope if you're not. So I'm trying.
Brian over at Red Dirt Picker, he's been using it for years. Great info to leverage for channel growth. I am not a numbers guy. If you watch my podcast, you'll find that out, that I don't do math or look at any of that stuff. We tried doing math on the last one. Terrible. What's VidIQ? Yeah, I've heard of it.
Now that I'm looking at Chef Dave's world's best recipes, I guess I should subscribe, since I'm subscribed to all his other 30 million channels. Let me click into this. I want to show you what I'm doing.
I'll unsubscribe to balance it out, because we don't mess.
We don't want him to be bragging about that or anything.
No,
we don't need that.
All right, so here's the channel, and I'm gonna go to. Oh, look at that! Can't even eat.
It's hot.
So TubeBuddy on the right side is loading up, if you could see it, and it starts giving you the analytics of everything, the summary. Total views 327, comments 14, likes, and you might be wondering, like, who cares? I could see that myself. Now it tells you more about the channel, but like Mikey said, you could see the links of what he's using, and maybe you could use it to tweak yourself. Because if you're in another state, maybe you don't want to reach out to other states. You want to focus on the local community that you're in, or statewide, and try to maybe build something from there. So like Charlie, who said building a flea market, wouldn't you rather want people in your own area rather than somebody who's on the complete opposite side of the states? That's how I see that part. So with that, there's TubeBuddy. There is a free part through Mikey and me trusting him. I value his feedback, and he pays for it. So I decided to pay for it too. And amongst that, I learned about Epidemic Sound through Mikey, and also ATL Flippers, Derek and Jasmine. They just had a video today too. There is a new term now, folks. There is cha-ching that everybody knows, and not the cha-ching king, the t-shirt that I'm wearing of Scott with one T, but Jasmine started ka-ching. So there's different tiers to cha-ching and Kaching is up there like $200 or more. So they started that. I'm going to give them credit for it. But anyways, what have you guys both learned from tags? Jimmy, do you use tags?
Yeah, I use tags. Tags are definitely important, but not the most important thing, but they're important. And so I've seen this before because TubeBuddy can tell you how your tags, I'm joking around over here, how your tags are performing, right? If I remember right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it can tell you how, like, it's like a color-based system. It can tell you how well a tag, when you're uploading your video, right? It can tell you like that one's a green tag. That means it should help a lot, right? So I mean, they can. I'm gonna go. So actually, Nate, who just passed away, he's the one that helped me with one of my most successful videos a long time ago. He gave me like a trial run on TubeBuddy. I thought it was vidIQ, but it must have been TubeBuddy. And he's like, I'm gonna get you your tags for this video. He's like, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna get them. And he showed me how these ones are the green ones, so these are the ones you want to use. And I used them, and that video did really well for me early on. It was one of my best performing videos. So yeah, they definitely can help, but they're not the most important thing by any means, but they can help. And that was my proof. When he gave me those tags, like, use these tags and try it. These are the tags that came out green on based on what you're doing, and it helped that video a lot early on.
Yeah, I learned about TubeBuddy when I first started. I started asking some of my I have some, well, basically my buddy NG told me about TubeBuddy, and he only has about 200 or 300 subscribers, and he said he uses this thing TubeBuddy for the keywords and stuff like that. And I had no idea about the keywords or any of the rankings or anything like that. So when I first started, it really, I think, did give me an edge to kind of see at least behind the scenes somewhat. And now most of the tags, it's not really helping me that much. It does have some kind of thing where you can dive into like subjects and things that it thinks is going to hit for you. I've done some of them, but I mean, like, loosely based around my stuff. I haven't like seen any mega hits or anything because of it, but it's good for ideas. And especially if you first start, just to see what words, phrases, and other things people are using. It also has like a checklist of things that it recommends for you. I'm shelling the TubeBuddy. I need a link. You can, it will tell you like the best practices. Like you should make sure you put an end screen on your video. Make sure you use a playlist, or you add a card inside there. So it just does kind of help, a good reminder to make sure all your stuff is as best as it can be to have the best chance to get in the search rankings, really.
Craig said he would spend more time on title and a thumbnail.
Oh, that's what it's all about, for sure.
That's what I've started focusing on. And
what do y'all use to create your thumbnails?
For free, I use a website called Pixlr, Pixlr, for most of it, and then I will use a photo room to get the white backdrop when I need it. So I kind of work through all these different sites and apps on my phone, so I don't have to pay for like Canva or anything like that. I've kind of figured out this little system where between Pixlr and Photo Room on my phone, I can do it all for free, never have to pay for anything, and I can get the thumbnails that I want.
Yeah, I pay for Canva. I didn't know how to use it in the beginning, and I kind of like it. It stores a lot of your photos that you upload is sweet. So I like it. It's done me well. I mean, it's just part of pain and part of, write-offs at the end of the year, I figure.
I don't resemble that remark.
Must be another Jimmy.
Yeah, she's talking about somebody.
What's his name? Jimmy. He goes on with John Dama.
Oh, Drake County or something like that?
Yeah. Maybe that Jimmy.
Something County.
Yeah. Dark County,
yeah, something like that.
Dark Horse County. Good guy though. I just can't
I'm
remember.
I'm sure Ken knows. He'll tell us here in a second.
Yeah, Ken knows everything.
I just don't like breaking down numbers, guys. Like I don't like looking at analytics and staring at graphs and stuff like that.
I didn't at first because I felt like, no, I don't need to look at this. I could do things my own way. And I'm telling you, the little bit of stuff like Mikey has brought up and the niche lady, and not just them, like other people on YouTube, like things just, they say something and I'm intrigued. I'm like, what are they talking about? And I'll Google it or I'll ask them, like, what do you mean? And the more that I learn about what all takes place in YouTube to grow this part, other platforms, okay, TikTok is one thing, but I've tried getting people from TikTok and Instagram to come over here. But the only way people from Instagram are coming over to my YouTube is because we're already following each other on YouTube. So now they now follow me on Instagram. So it's like, oh, I'm already there. It's that group. But there's other resellers that have started following me on Instagram and not on YouTube, and little by little they trickle in, But I'm learning a good thumbnail, if it's fun or quirky and it shows what maybe you found, the kind of vibe you want to give. If you're a reseller and people have been following you, they already know you're going to have reselling content. You're looking for stuff and they're interested. And also part of it, your video, I'm getting more and more comments. People are saying, I feel like I'm a part of your video and I'm stepping out the house. And I know Mikey is one that has brought that up. His peeps are saying the same thing. And I think that's pretty amazing that we could comfort people and entertain them that can't get out the house for whatever reason. Because that will definitely be us in decades from now. We're going to live through other people the same way. So it's very humbling. With thumbnails, now, Mikey said Canva and he pays for it. I have Canva, but I also have Illustrator, and I use it either on my tablet, my computer, or on my phone. What has been the easiest thing for you both what's the easiest way to make a thumbnail? What are some things you look for people who are trying to get better at thumbnails? Not that we're pros, but things that you want to do, help you.
I will say I'm lost, man. I'm so inconsistent. I can't get it. Sometimes I feel they're good. Sometimes I feel they're terrible. Today's is terrible. I'm not in the groove yet. I'm feeling like I'm getting in the groove of making my videos a lot more, but I'm not in the groove of thumbnails. There's still a lot of hit and misses. So I would love to hear some thumbnail theories for sure. I'm always interested in, and I don't know if it's emotion. Do you put yourself on there? Do you not put yourself on there? Do you just put an arrow? Do you put a circle? I don't know. There's so many different things you can do. And so many people have success with different things. So I'm clueless.
Here's the first thing I recommend doing. Go to your YouTube page and just scroll and be honest with yourself and see without like looking at like what thumbnail catches your eye first, and then keep growing and look for the thumbnails that really catch your eye and look at what they're doing. My advice, and again, this is all opinion and advice, don't try to put your title in your thumbnail. Couple words that draw you in. Then do your title well, because it's all stepped based. The thumbnail gets your eyes there. Once your eyes are there, then you read the title. And as long as the title is good, after that, you're good to go. People are going to click. But if you try to put your entire title in your thumbnail, people are they're seeing the one that says, ouch, or, this was, or crazy. It just says crazy, and it's in big, bold letters. That's how I do mine now. I use 2 or 3 words to bring you in, make sure the title is really good, and it has to do with the thumbnail. And arrows, I like arrows. Clear, but it also depends on like if your video has your face in it a lot and you're teaching, and like my video, you hardly ever see my face, so I don't put my face in my thumbnails anymore. I put yard sales with the item. But like Sonny, he should use something that cuts out the background, like Canva's free background remover, really, and take that and make it as sharp of an image as possible, and then put that right on the front of whatever he's doing. Maybe give it a little outline, stuff like that, little things like that make that thumbnail pop to get people to read your title then. That's how I do it. I try to get them to read my title with the thumbnail. Does that make sense? I hope it does.
It makes sense. It makes sense to those who have been working on it. But like right here, Bob Azar, tell me exactly what a thumbnail is. Mikey.
Thumbnail's a little square box that you see before you click on a video. Usually has like a crazy face, or or something shocking, something to invoke emotion, or something, a circle of a little treasure chest with an arrow that says $500. So it's just the book cover. It's the book cover of YouTube videos.
So as you're scrolling through your YouTube and you see all the videos, there's every little square that is a video that has a picture. That's the thumbnail.
I think there's a feature in TubeBuddy where you can actually test thumbnails. I think it's in a higher paid version, but you can have like an A and a B, and it will tell you with real-time analytics which one's performing better. I really want to try that out because I do sometimes switch my thumbnails. If it's not hitting in the first hour, I will do a switcherooski unless I think it's awesome. I've done quite a few switcherooskis on one of my videos. It's embarrassing, but I'm just guessing. So I really do like the sound of that feature to test one against the other on my own channel. Yeah.
What's up, Kerry?
But no, but Jimmy did mention that he has some worded his, and I do have majority, 99.9% of my thumbnails have some type of caption in it. But there are channels out there, folks, that don't use captions in it, and they just have a photo, and somehow it's intriguing and it lures you in. So you don't always have to put in words or advice. Experiment on your own, see what works. But when you do something like using captions in your thumbnails, I would say give it some time with other videos to see if that works for you. And if it doesn't, you could switch it out later, or in the next video that you create, maybe switch it to the other side of captions or not captions, whichever one you start out with, and just go from there. Because once you get a following, people are just going to follow you because they support you and they know the value that they're going to get in what you have in your videos, whether it's entertainment, educating, or both.
Because someone wanted to see what a thumbnail is. If you want to share so this is my YouTube channel. And each one of these little screens these little pictures that you see is a thumbnail. So these are all thumbnails. There's no video on it. It's just the font and then a picture. That's a thumbnail. So when we're talking about thumbnails, this is what we're talking about right here. I just wanted to share that real quick. So those are all considered thumbnails.
Yeah, my first two videos, I took pictures of my thumb and my nail. And I don't know how I managed to get more thumbs down than views, but it happened. I'm just one of them type of people.
Okay, I got a quick question for you guys. I just started, and Carrie's here in the chat, who has inspired me to start doing more shorts. And I use an app called InShot that he recommended to do it. But I started putting out shorts, and I'm putting them out across multiple platforms. But how come these short people are smashing the thumbs down button on my shorts so much? Like on my regular videos, I get hardly any thumbs down. These short son of a guns, these young suckers are just smashing the thumbs down button like it's crazy. It's almost rude and offensive. Is that normal?
One of the wisest things that Dan the Answer Man, who's a really good close friend of mine who used to be involved in the community, I told him I was going to TikTok, and he's all, TikTok hates resellers. That's what he told me. Carrie can probably vouch for that. So
that sounds like a good caption, a good title.
It's pretty. They do dislike us a lot more than most other platforms. So that probably has something to do with them, Mikey.
Yeah. Well, on my long form, I don't get many thumb down. I'm like at 98 or whatever, but like a lot of my shorts are like 90% or 92. Some are even lower. They just hammering the thumbs down button. I just want to know, do my shorts suck, or shorts people just like to smack the thumbs down more often? Is my question.
I notice it. I know exactly what you're talking about. I actually changed my TikTok. So Sonny asked about changes. I actually am changing my TikTok strategy to take out the reseller part of it. It's literally just going to be me, what I find at yard sales. Because my best video right now that I've ever put out on TikTok was me just showing something that I found. And I've gotten nothing but nice comments on it. Everybody's been very positive about it. So now for TikTok, I'm just going to be like, hey, this is what I found at a yard sale. Look at it, how cool it is. That's it. Not how much it sells for, not what I'm going to do with it. Just, hey, look what I found. So that's my change that I've made, by the way. And it worked really good.
And it's less effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, they were like, it was just a couple of Nightmare Before Christmas little figurines that people were just like, that video's blowing up for me, and people are nice comments all across the board.
Wait, is that the one from your video of you told Sonia you just wanted the character Christmas ornaments? It's
called Halloween. They're like Jack Skellington figures.
Oh, okay.
And she's gonna keep them for her desk, and at the end she's holding them up saying she's gonna, I said she's gonna keep these for her office. Yeah. And that video is just, it took off, and like the comments on it, there's not one mean comment on it. All my other videos, mean comments, not one mean comment on that video. And it's my most viewed video by far.
Carrie or Dawn, I believe it's Carrie, but if they're both sitting next to each other, that's pretty sweet. I like to think of all the couples out there, like ATL up in here, Derek and Jasmine. I always feel like they're together, holding hands, cuddling with the kids, watching us. Like this is a YouTube family show, even though it's for adults only, but some kids are very mature for their age, like me. Carrie said they're shouted out to more people, a lot of non-resellers, so less sympathetic viewers, and that does make sense. Other people who don't have no feelings into it could care less, but they care enough to say something, which is funny.
Yeah, for sure. TikTok will put your video in front of anybody. There's no like they'll test the waters for you to see if people want to see what you're putting your content. And Ken made a good point. The thumbs down on TikTok is more them saying, I don't want to see this kind of content anymore. It really is like you pull the screen down, say not interested, and it's more like, hey, don't show me in general this kind of content anymore.
Long form is clicked on by a human who has more level of interest.
Wait, they're not bots? What?
No, that's towards the end of your life. Somehow they always know when you're going to finish and jump in. I ended up speaking of bots, I ended up getting a bot today, right? And I thought it was a genuine comment. And come to find out, those other people commenting under it. And I was like, whoa, this comment's threading for somebody. They are all part of a scam to push you to go to this Mr. Richardson who sells cryptocurrency, and they're just like all over it. And I look at their channel and I'm like, no followers, no subscriber. It's just a bot. And they're starting to get clever, folks. And I'm just like, oh, I really thought that was a genuine comment for me. It was like, nope, it's a bot. So I blocked every one of them, and it was about 15 comments to that one comment. I was like, geez, man, that's a lot of work. You could figure out some other stuff on there, other than the bot crap. Give a thumbs up. But like I said, they are too short, kind of a waste of time. So some people do like shorts. Some people don't, because they want more from you, which is a good thing. It's something you could learn from. Maybe how do I get people who want to see more, go see longer content? And you could maybe say, I've been trying to do that in my shorts, is at the end say, if you want to see more, check me out on YouTube. But then that's probably where I get the thumbs down, like, oh, you had me. I really
said, I've learned everything I know about crypto from robots. They're super helpful.
On TikTok, you don't, the thumbs down, is there a thumbs down? I know if you hold down on TikTok on the video, you could put like not interested.
Yeah, not interested. Yeah.
But you still get like 20 of them after that, and you got to do it for everyone. So I just give up. My thumbs go numb.
Yeah, they still keep showing you that kind.
Valerie, I once gave the only thumbs down I ever given to a very well-known YouTube creator with the initials HT. Do y'all know anybody HT? Think about it while I finish this. And they blocked me. SonnyLasVegas.
I'm not saying who it is. I have an idea.
Oh, that one?
Harold.
Harry Tomato? Oh, man.
I think his name's American Arbitrage. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
American.
I want to come down this guy, Old School Flips. He's terrible.
I can't spell. Brian, I got roasted bad on TikTok for selling a pair of crutches. People were calling me the devil.
I like that one.
I was worried about when I came across prosthetic leg. Like I tried donating it, but it wasn't that easy to donate it to somebody who I felt may need it because they got to fit and size people. So I ended up selling it because it was just too much work that I thought would be a lot easier. But I did think about like, man, I'm probably gonna get some not so nice comments like, you're really gonna sell that? You know, somebody probably lost it or something, but somebody paid $400 for it, I think. Not a bad $40 investment. That's why I am a reseller, not a buy and hold hoarder.
For sure. And I mean, you got to feel bad for a guy with only one leg, but he still's got to buy his leg just like every other one-legged guy.
That person that bought it was someone that, you know, some of those things cost thousands of dollars and they were able to pick one up for $400.
For sure.
I don't know.
Have any of you ever used an A-Track? I remember from back in the day when I was a kid, but I haven't seen any that anybody's been using, but I see people buy some of this stuff or sell.
I've never used an 8-track.
Nope. I thought about being cool and getting a record player and picking up some records, but that's as far as I went with it.
Babe, put away the record player. we have one, but it's a Bluetooth. I'm always
looking through records and stuff, and maybe it'd be cool to play one once in a while, but yeah, that's not going to happen.
Like how do you get to the next song? How do you skip to a different artist?
Justin said most people don't resell and just buy stuff, don't care for retail or resellers, at least on watching it. Most TikTok is all about money, 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 and nothing about the item. I'll try to remember that and do a little twist.
Take a little scroll down and look at what you got. A sticker.
Did I get a sticker?
Thank you, Bob.
That's who. Oh, not Harry Tomato. Sorry. Oh, it's either Harold or Henry. One of them.
Henry Toronto. That's probably it, actually.
Hey, Bob Azar, super sticker. Ooh, super stickers. I actually want to order some stickers. Leticia, ¿cómo está, Leticia? Mike, have you ever met Leticia? She's here in Vegas.
No, not yet. It's going to happen for sure. She's been hanging out. We've been hanging out for a long time. Have you hung out with Letty?
No. Not that I know. Yeah.
It's going to happen. I met her son, but I didn't know it was her son until afterwards. He was a cool dude for sure. He had a good vibe. He was selling at the flea market.
Bob, this counts as a super chat. So I got something here for super chats. I'm still working on a character.
Oh, yeah.
An animation. Wait, do I have it? Yeah. Stand by, guys.
Super chat.
I love
super chat.
All of that, folks, was made on CapCut.
CapCut?
That video was made on CapCut. What I ended up doing was playing it. I ended up copying it on CapCut, then taking it over into, and I kind of ripped off the app. It's GoPro Quick. It just has QUIK Quick, and you get to create like little videos in there too. But they want you to pay for the videos. They let you do it like 3 times, and then they're like, "Oh, you got to pay for the rest of it." So what I did, I turned it sideways so that way it's horizontal. I screen recorded, took it into my photos, and then cropped out the part that had a little line in the bottom and black on the sides, and threw it up in here. And that's how I did it. You know. There are some sites though that will block you. You can't screen record. People are getting clever because of people like me. But Bob, thank you very much for the super chat. For the super sticker. Very, very cool. Cheryl, I sue too. I know he has no money. Suave. Back to Leticia. She had messaged sometime that out on probably the community tab. About like a garage sale, and I said if she ever had a garage sale, knowing that she's here in Vegas, that I would like to run the lemonade stand, and help out. So, and I'm not lying about that. I like to hang out and make some money. I hear off of Kevin Commonwealth that the kids make some really good money. What is that time from? Trash to cash. What do y'all got to say about
watched the Trash to Cash and got in trouble for laughing too much.
Well, what do we got to say? Our take on Trash to Cash?
Yeah.
It was way too informative this last episode. They had Rake and Profit on, and all they did was talk about reselling. I was highly disappointed. It was very little toilet talk, and I might have learned a few things. So yeah, they need to bring back Kevin to not give us any information and to pick on him. Yeah, and Rakin owned the rap battle. Carrie, you can't even show your face on Trash to Cash anymore after the rap battle was lost. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say about that. And yeah, I watched it. It's decent.
Now I gotta go watch it. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
Yeah, I like to watch it when I'm listing or whatever. It's a podcast, so you can listen to it actually.
Yeah.
And yes, it was good with Rake and Profit. They had a rap battle. Like I said, they had a rap battle. I was all excited for the rap battle, and I'll just leave it there.
They let you down, is what you're saying.
Only one guy let me down, is what I'm saying.
I think he's calling you out right now, Sonny.
Oh yeah. Which do everybody's opinion, even in the chat? Which do you prefer, views or watch time? For those who are creating video, and for those who are watching, supporting videos who don't create content but enjoy the videos, do you prefer shorter videos or longer videos?
Man, I don't like I said, I don't really look at the analytics. I guess right now because I'm trying to grow, I'm hoping for more views and that people will subscribe. So right now I'll take the views because I'm currently, I know everybody's always trying to grow their channel, but I'm still on the early stages of growing my channel. So I'll take the views for now. And I'm right there with Vintage Treasures. I look for actually about 20 minutes. 20 minutes after longer than 20 minutes, it's hard for me to click on it myself.
So you don't watch me and Mikey's videos, is what you're saying?
I don't watch a lot of videos.
I came under sub 20 minutes today. Thank you very much. Then it's not doing so hot.
Now, when y'all create videos and edit them, do y'all have it out in advance to like a day or two for the premiere to be out there? Or do you do it within hours or minutes of you finishing the edit and like, I need to get it out today? Because that's been my case lately with everything that I've been doing. I've been last minute, but not intentionally. It's just priorities come first.
Mine's the day of. I wait because I am on a schedule. I wake up Thursday morning and I come down here and I edit a video to be released at 10 o'clock my time. And then on Sunday mornings, I wake up on Sunday morning, come down here and edit a video to be released at 10 o'clock as well. So it's the same day, but it's still on a schedule.
Yeah, and then mine, I like to get them advanced. I always know what days I'm doing my videos, but I just don't ever get that far ahead. Today's I finished up at like 10, I think, or something like that. So, and then I almost premiere every video just since I run the membership. I figure we can all hang out. It's a chance for people to say hi and just hang out. So I like to run the premieres. But I'm rarely a day ahead. And I've had a live show every Friday night this year, and I still don't even get the icon up until like 11 or 12 usually that Friday. I should be putting it out every Monday, you know what I'm saying, to let it gain, but I don't know. People know I'm coming. I think the alerts get sent out, even if you just do it like an hour before, every like half hour. If you got the alerts, it's going to send it out to your people anyways. So I think as long as you get it out like an hour before, if you do the premiere, or just smack it and let it go. Some people just let it go right when they finish. I like to do it timed.
Some of the information or videos I was watching last night and this morning from like 100,000 subscribers, and they not only had the subscribers, like huge numbers, but they also have the comments and likes, everything matching that they are legitimately knowing what they're talking about. That works for them because it may not work for us. But from what one guy was saying is that if you're able to have your videos out at least a day or two, that YouTube sees the what it could do as in the algorithm of the proper ads and how to push it out rather than the last minute, because it's kind of rushing it. And it kind of makes sense. But is it true? I don't know. But I am doing my best to have it out at least a day before. If I could have it out further, I think that would be great. Right now, I think I'm behind like 5 videos, only because they take a while to do, and I'm trying to do more listing than video editing, but still trying to stay on top of when I push out videos, because I have it that way and I just want it to be that way. People say be consistent, and that's what I'm trying to focus on amongst many consistencies of my to-do list that grows and grows and never ends, but that's a good thing.
Bob, to get your name in green right there below the screen, you can join Sonny Las Vegas's, what are you calling it?
There's 2 of them memberships.
Yeah.
There's Stick 'em Up Kids, and then there is City Slickers.
There you go.
The City Slickers is a little upgrade to where I am also an artist, and what I want to do is implement more of my designs and characters of not only me, my logo, but other things that I create. And I want to create wallpaper for you to either use on your phone as like a background wallpaper or on your computer monitor. So that's one thing I want to get into, and it's not something that is like, oh, I took a picture of my fridge. No, if I do that, it's me like having a character in it that has my personal touch, and it's just something extra. But that also goes along with what the Stick 'em Up Kids has. So it's like just additional stuff to it. And Mikey has 3 of them actually. Want to tell them about it, Mikey?
Yeah, I just got 3 levels. YouTube recommends 3 levels. I got like an emoji level and a level where I give you some personal information, and we have polls, and I just kind of tell people where I go early, so the people, you support me a little bit more, I give you a little bit more. And then I got a super high level where that's just for the high rollers that want more personal care. So just YouTube says 3, so I did 3. There's all kinds of like coffee. I wanted like a buy me a coffee, Patron, and all that stuff. The thing I like about the memberships, it's just already on YouTube. YouTube takes way bigger percentage, but it's already on YouTube. The people can click it. It's easier. I mean, I imagine when I expand, I would like different programs, just because like when you got thousands, that's a huge cut when you got a lot of people. But for my little people, it's cool for me. Loving it.
I think Tip's hungry. I'm about to feed him in a second. Not that I'm done, but still got some time. Cheryl says, I like a video no longer than the time I can hold my bladder.
Right.
What was it? So my thing with views versus watch time, again, somebody else said this, and I kind of noticed it's almost like for reselling, but watchers. Do you really want to have like thousands of items a list and have sales every day, or have lower amount of items but have big sales every once in a while? And I think of that as views and watch time. Would I want more views? Sure, the numbers look good, but what if the views are only up to 20 seconds for it to count as a view, rather than the watch time hours where people watch from nearly beginning to end, where that actually matters, the watch time, when it comes down to it. There's just a difference for people who sees the video and like, oh, Mikey has a lot of views and Sonny doesn't have as much. Like that, there's different judgment, but for content creators, I think I would prefer the watch time over the views, if it's more like benefits more. So retention.
I get that totally. Right now, I think a view also means you won the thumbnail and title battle with all the other people on the screen. So a little good. And again, you at that point you just gotta hope they hit the sub and they enjoy it. But I agree too, because I want people to watch watch the whole video all the way through.
I agree.
If I had to pick one, I'm coming with Carrie.
I would still pick the longer content, but I agree with Carrie, and with Carrie being somebody who influences me and is a role model to me about creating content. He's the one that got me more on creating shorts. And what I've noticed on Instagram and YouTube, I get more subscribers from both of the shorts than the videos, but I'm more happier with whatever. I don't look at which one's better, but I have noticed. But do I know if those people are actually watching the videos, or are they just subscribing? It's a number, because I see who comments, as I see Mikey's, kind of the almost similar people. He has much more people, but I see similar names are the same names, and I'm like, I know they're watching because the comments they're leaving are to a particular part in the video that isn't in the beginning. It's like in the middle or in the end, and people do watch to the very end. And that's one thing I've learned is who is my target audience and how do I attract more of the people who are interested in what I'm doing. And I think for me now, acting my age in a way or thinking of my age in a way, I don't think I'll ever act my age, is the older people who value the time that people put things together, and not somebody who, and this isn't about all young people, it's just the younger people, more like TikTok, they just want something quick, something to feed off of, and it just sparks every time. They run off of it. It's an excitement rather than somebody who has longer content and does okay in their videos. What's up, Patrick Murphy? Kathy, can I have both? Val says, oh, yes, me too. I cannot hardly stand to watch commercials. I record. Oh, because YouTube Premium. Invest in what is undervalued. People thought YouTube meant nothing 10 years ago. Now they are the biggest celebs in the world, sleeping on short form, which is where most of the world's attention is. And that's very true. I agree. I only have a few shorts on my channel right now. Most are either my cats or me showing that the item I listed on eBay works. I have one video that has 105K views, and I have gained 100 or so subs from it, which video isn't even reselling related, so they won't be watching any other videos of mine.
Yeah, that's why I niche down on my videos, and they're all the same now. For me, it's working. I'm not blowing up, but you know, I easily every 28 days get 300 to 400 new subscribers every month. That growth works for me, and my views are way up because people are coming back to watch because I'm putting out the same kind of videos every 2 days or 2 times a week. So I agree with that for sure.
Thank you.
You gotta believe in your content. You know, Craig, it's Craig, right? He said a sub that doesn't watch is useless. You gotta have faith in the content you're putting it out and believe in it, and hope that the subscribers will watch it.
Valerie said you will subscribe. Glenn, hey Sonny, I watch you, Mikey, Danny, Tiffany, found you all through Danny. Well, thank you for coming over to the dark side. And it's only dark because I'm colorblind. It's only black and white for me. Thank you. Appreciate you coming over, and you see more of us often. I don't think that's ever going to end unless we step on somebody's toes or run over it with the wagon, which I want to work on, my wagon. It's a printer repair video. Useful though. You know how much people have printers and have hiccups, and some people have videos about how to repair something but never show you how they repair it. I can't stand those videos. It's like thumbs down, and you wish you could do more, you know, like get them blocked or something or boycott them, but you can't. I'm ready to subscribe to you guys. Got Brian. And also congratulations, Brian. Yeah, Brian, Red Dirt Picker, he just made 1,000 subscribers on Johnny's channel this morning. He was like, hey, go follow him. He needs a few more subscribers. So he broke 1,000. So congratulations on that. And if I hope this was okay, but messaged him this morning congratulating him, and he had a lot on his plate. And prayers to his wife. She just got some good news, I believe, due to cancer. And that it's clear for now, and I hope that it continues to be that way. That's huge news, and she'll continue to be in my prayers. This stuff's important. Family first. Debs Finds. Hello, I've been enjoying all of your content. I appreciate that. I think the guys here do too. We have... All right. So one that people are touchy about, right? People don't really get into it. They're like, don't do this, don't do that. But it's usually like one thing I've learned, and it was from when I had a clothing brand in Hawaii. Some of the people that would want to collab with me, it was more like me doing all the work, me promoting it, me showing up and getting people to come while they're saying, hey, I have a little bit more subscribers than you on Instagram at the time. And you do your part. You make the sales, you pay me for the t-shirts, when that's not the way networking and collaborations work. So that taught me something about YouTube, is that if I'm going to network with somebody, is not to gain anything from them besides have a good time. That's really all I want to do. And I want to learn. I don't look at it like, how can I get Mikey's people to follow me? How can I get Jimmy's people to follow me? I don't look at it that way. That should just come naturally if you're having a good time, for people to have some interest to come in and say, hey, I like this guy, Sonny. And I'm jealous of his long hair, but I think I'm going to give him a chance and check him out. That's how I see it. I don't look at it at any other way. But as you grow, there are some things you got to watch out for. Yeah. So with networking, what do y'all enjoy about it? What are some pros?
I mean, like when you're talking about like
getting with, say, Christian or other people, what do you like from you sharing a video or content, spending time with one another? What do you take from it that you love more than anything besides you get to share a video?
I don't know. The friendship, like making friends, hanging out, having, talking to someone that has a lot in common with you as far as what they're doing for a living, or, reselling and creating. You can either talk about the reselling side of it, or you can talk about the creating side of it, watching how they, learning how they create, what they're doing to put out. There's all that behind the scenes stuff of what they're doing to create the content they're creating. I see the videos, but to see how they put it all together, to see what they're doing, to have the footage to put all that together, it's pretty fun. And I don't do the don'ts. I don't know. Just be yourself. And I said this, I think, before, like, don't try to make everybody like you. Don't change who you are to try to make everybody like you, because no matter how hard you try, not everybody's going to like you.
Agree.
All right. My do's are, do say hi to as many people as you can. My story is, when I got hurt painting, when I got hurt in construction and was coming back, I didn't get paid for a long time, and all my neighbors started getting their houses painted. Now, I can paint a house in 2 days. I bragged about in my previous video, but since I never said hi or talked to these people, they never asked me if I could come paint their house. So instead of giving their local neighbor painter man the job, they hired other people because they didn't even know me or knew that I painted. So after that, kind of like a light bulb went in my head, and it's when I started becoming more of a reseller and a business guy, was I need to start saying hi to my neighbors. I need to start saying hi to as many people as I can. And since I started doing that, amazing things have happened to me. I've met amazing people, and I just continue with saying hi to people. Now, for the don't get overexcited. If you see someone you really like, don't get overexcited like me. Yes, don't make a fool of yourself. Try to remain calm. And yes, don't overtalk. Don't be a Mikey.
That's how I was when I met Mikey, actually.
Get in, get out. Don't over network. Yeah, that's all I got. Oh, and also, you know what I really like from networking and talking, even with you guys and on the show and when we hang out, is just the energy you get and the motivation that you get from talking to your fellow creators or resellers. You take that with you when you go home and you put it right in your business, and it's an awesome feeling. So I love it. Do say hi to everybody.
Great. I'm gonna be a meme soon. Andy got that video clipped.
So I've learned, one thing I've always been good at is looking out for other people when they don't notice something that means something to the person that, say, noticed Mikey. One of the first ones, we went to the Great Treasure Hunt, or what was it called, Mikey? The Great
Treasure Hunt. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Great Junk Hunt. The
Great Junk Hunt. Yeah. So going with him, Super Court, Danny and Carrie, one of Danny's fans and Mikey's fans, I could see that they knew who they were, right? And they just stood there like, oh. So I'm looking like, who are they looking at? Because I know it's not me. I didn't have my long hair at the time. So when I look, I'm like, do you want to say hello? And they're like, no. She was all shy. And I was just like, no, I want them to say hello, because I know they would. It wasn't like, I'm not going to say hello. Danny and Mikey are not like that. Even Super Court, really good people. And Carrie will hug you to death, and I love that about her. So I was like, hey, Danny, hey, Mikey, she's a fan. And I like in her face, like she's right here, like this is her. And they go and say hello and introduce themselves. And then we parted ways because we were out and they're looking other way. But I know that moment right there was probably one, like, even though we're in Vegas, would probably take even longer to say hello. But here was an opportunity. And I like catching moments like that to just bring people the way I feel they should be brought together, especially here locally. And it's kind of funny how even locally, I still haven't met a lot of people here that I want to meet, other resellers, and it's slowly getting there. What's up, Jennifer Hayes? The sweetest ever, bestest Jennifer Hayes in the house. Everybody say hello to Jennifer Hayes. Really, really good vibes, good person.
What's up, Jennifer?
It's humility to the max.
But that's when I met both of you, in my mind,
I'm listening closely.
And because I watched your guys' content, I already know you. Like, so when someone that watches your content meets you, I guarantee you most of them already feel like they know you. So that's why I say be yourself. They feel like they know you, so you have no reason to really be nervous because they watch all your content. They like I said, in their minds, they know you. You guys are friends. So just start talking like you guys know each other. That's Sonny will tell you. I was like, what's like we hung out for how many days, and like it was like we had been hanging out for years.
Yeah, it was pretty much a work week. I think it was like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah. And
but it went by fast too.
So when I meet Angel, he's gonna be like, I know Jimmy because he talks with his hands.
Angel's a character, that guy. He is a character. But he's very smart too, Even people say, oh, new resellers, like a new reseller in the community might be a reseller that's in the YouTube community new, but might have been reselling for decades. It's just in the community they're new. So it's one thing to learn about other people.
Yep.
Do I have other questions up here for us? And folks, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I know we're talking about apps and content creating, but it all goes together when it comes down to it, from meeting people to introducing yourself, networking. And networking isn't just something, and Mikey's example was perfect. It's not always about other content creators and how to collab that networking. Sometimes it's getting your name out there by just simply saying hello and introducing yourself. And if the opportunity comes and you're not pushy to be like, hey, I'm a YouTuber, check me out. And it's like, well, you're being too much. I like to come off with something I do naturally because I'm a people person is, hi, hello. I come off friendly because I am. And I would like to be everybody's friend, even though I know not everybody can be friendly to a friendly person. But I come off that way. So if people are interested in me and just like, hey, how are you doing? Like for today at Goodwill, a gentleman was like, hey, you're a reseller, huh? And I was like, yeah, I am. I didn't like, yeah, why? What's up? It wasn't that way. It's like, yeah, I am. And he was like, yeah, I could tell because of the way you're looking at stuff. And I've been reselling for years. I talked to this guy for like 15 minutes. And I'm after a while, not to be mean, but I was like, oh man, I really got to start looking for stuff because I got to come back home and cook my wife some salmon. I make some really good salmon. But that was the only reason I was like kind of rushing afterwards. But his name was Rich, really good guy. And he's a reseller. And he was telling me about Cartwell Harmon or Cartel Harmon, an old school radio. And these are like $1,000 radios. And he was schooling me on it. And I thought that was fascinating. Because if I was like, yeah, I'm a reseller, take care. Yeah. I it could have been different to where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a reseller. And I leave because I didn't give him a chance to say more than what I was willing to listen to. But because I have the patience, of an elephant, to where it's like, does he have peanuts in his pocket? Because I'm kind of hungry right now. And he taught me something that I wouldn't have known about if it wasn't for me just wanting to get to know somebody and not just thinking about myself the entire time for content. It's just cameras off, talking to the gentleman. That's it, Craig. That is it.
Yeah. Harmon Carton.
Yeah. Yeah. And he has a collection too. Like His stuff looked like straight out the box. He was showing me pictures. He was interested in it, and he was telling me the value of it. And I was just like, whoa. Like I'm definitely want to start looking for that stuff. Even though one of that he showed me was like they only made 1,000, so they're very limited in this one. It's probably worth like $32,000 from what he was telling me. I would love to come across those kind of things. He was sabotaging you. Yeah. People do that.
Listen, all y'all, it's sabotage. Listen,
Sabotage.
all y'all, it's sabotage.
Is that Rage Against the Machine?
No, that's
Beastie
not
Boys.
it. Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys, yeah. That was it. Where's the... All right. For those who are creating content, why do you create content? What makes you worth following and supporting? Ooh, that's a fierce
I'm
question.
gonna do the trash to cash answer on that. Y'all,
Okay.
you should not be following me. If you want to learn some or have any kind of educational, don't follow me. It's barely watchable content. I don't know. I'm just a treasure picker. If you like to go watch someone trying to find treasures, that's now that I've simplified it down to that, and that's what I enjoy. Like, I enjoy that part of it. Like, that's my favorite part, is going out and looking for the treasures, right? Looking for stuff at yard sales and stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna do what I enjoy. I'm gonna make videos about that. And so it's like a hobby to me right now, making those videos, and putting them out and enjoying it. And hopefully you guys like to look for treasures too and watch it.
Don't follow American Arbitrage for sure. Kevin.
All right. And the reason I like to create content, or I'm creating content, is really just to share some information. Part of why I started Instagram even was to maybe try to inspire some friends and family who could use the hustle of reselling, but really didn't know about it or didn't have any inspiration. So a lot of this stuff I kind of just put out there to try to help friends and family inspire. And my mom resells now, and that makes me happy. And she shares bolos. She finds lots of great stuff. She used to just watch kids for extra money, but now once the kids get old, you can't watch them anymore. So she's learned reselling. She's done really great with it. And people should follow me just because I'm unique, I'm loyal, and I'm hardworking, you guys. I'm working hard on the channel to provide entertainment for you guys. And I want to be happy with it myself. I haven't really told anyone when we were saying, like, someone watch my video. I tell in my videos, watch my video. But I don't think I've told anyone to watch a video yet. I don't feel like any of them are that good. My one where I did my staycation with Supercourt downtown in the Arts District, it wasn't very reseller related. We went thrifting, but I feel like you should watch that one. It was pretty good. I just felt like it was a good video, and it's almost worthy for me to tell people to watch. But I still feel I have a long way to go and lots of improvement to make. And I'm just happy to be here with everyone, sharing the experiences. Yeah, it's a great community.
What is it about that video that gets you out of your routine of not saying go watch the video? What is something about it that...
I don't know. I think maybe I had so much fun. I enjoyed myself, and I got to show a little bit of Vegas, and I got to put my little food montages on it, and it's got bloopers at the end. So it had a lot of good things, and I really liked it. I just feel like it's hard when you're already niched down. You can't really make a video that's way outside of your niche and get it well received. It's just, I don't know if it's impossible or hard, but the algorithm just doesn't spread it enough to really do it.
Yeah.
So, and that's kind of the reason why I started another channel. I haven't created content for it, but I do have every intention of sharing how-to videos. And I think Craig said it earlier, the how-to videos
he said it did really well for him.
Helping people. The most successful videos are the how-to. Yeah, I agree. And it's just some stuff may be refreshing, a refresher for some people. And I don't want to just have it how-to videos. I want to, they're probably going to be short. Some of them maybe 2-3 minutes. Some of them may be longer. But I do want to also have that platform selling SonnyLasVegas as something where I could do like Eric and Jimmy and other people do, like just a workout hangout. You know, you list, you chit chat, you don't have to worry about really like here on this channel. Like we want to provide information and be entertaining because we naturally are. We're not trying to, and it's fun. But that want to be more of like a little laid back, a little different. But I know that to me wouldn't work on this channel, and it's like what Mikey said. It just wouldn't help benefit. It's just, even though it's reselling, it's not the same to have it on here. I don't think it'll do well, and for that reason, I'm doing that.
See, but like, I'm stepping away. I'm stepping back from trying to teach because I don't think I'm the best at teaching. I don't feel comfortable doing it. It's not a thing that I want to do. So I'm going for more of an entertainment theme on, trying to entertain with the treasure hunting, and the entertainment can be very successful too. There's a lot of guys that are picking that have videos that are in the millions. Those videos can do very well as well, and that's what I'm going for. That's like what I've decided I want to do. I just don't feel like I'm made to teach how to do this. I wish I was. I just doesn't. It doesn't. What's in my head doesn't transfer well to video. Does that make sense? So I've stepped back from doing that kind of stuff.
I agree, Carrie. Be undeniable. Even though I do ask people in my, because I'm still new. Like I know I have a little bit of following and it's growing, but I know in time I'm gonna stop saying like subscribe or hit the like button and see how that goes without saying it. And then if it's not working, because some people do need to be reminded. There's times I go into lives or videos and I'm just already intrigued. I'm into it. And it was like, hit the thumbs up. Like I already did. Let me check just in case. Oh, no, I didn't. I hit it because it matters to the person asking. And I know it matters to me. It's encouraging, these little bitty symbolic outline of a miniature Burger King hand like mine, to have it up. It's like somebody liked it more than other time. And it shows me growth. And I like it. You took the time to do it and it means something to me. But does it really matter? I don't know. I don't know why they removed the thumbs down if it did, I do y'all agree with the thumbs down? Do y'all wish they were still there or don't care?
I just feel like the thumbs down I've always thought the thumbs down means what it's supposed to mean is I don't want to see more content like this, or I don't want to see content from this creator. It's not necessarily a personal. Now I do believe people use it for that reason, like as a personal, I don't like you, but in my head, it makes it easier for me if I just think, oh, they just don't want to see any more of my videos. That's cool. I get it. Not everybody wants to see
maybe
it.
That video or something in the video.
Right? Yeah, or that style of video. That's what I think it's intended for, is you thumbs it down. Just like when you're on listening to a music app and you don't want to hear that kind of music, you do a dislike on it and won't play that kind of music anymore. That's how I view it in my head. It makes it easier anyway.
Yeah, well, I thought the one positive thing, it hurts your feelings when you get a thumbs down, some people, but like for the informational videos that weren't very informational and you see a bunch of thumbs downs on there, you're going to know before kind of watching it, maybe you're judging it, but other people have thought the information wasn't good. So maybe you would pick something with less thumbs down. So it's less information kind of for us to know as a viewer to judge the video.
That's true. Yeah, when it was visible, I didn't think about it that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was more of a rating for sure rating type system back then.
Yeah. And yeah, I like the idea of it thumbs down so you don't see it anymore and doesn't offend the guy making it, but
I'm sensitive. Very sensitive. Happy Kitty from out in Canada. Do you all run into many Karens when out sailing, outsourcing?
I don't usually ask people their name, so.
I'm Karen repellent. They know their Karenisms aren't going to work on me. They got to go find someone that will listen to them. So yeah, I got a Karen force field around me that's ching ching.
I just love that shit.
I have I think 2 maybe Karen's supporters, and ever since then I've kind of taken differently to Karens because I don't want to come off like every Karen is a Karen, and I know they know what you mean, but I just think that way. Have I come into any rude people? I've had people ask me, and I think Jimmy was one of them. The last one, which was a while when he was here, the lady was like, "Is that a camera?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Oh," it was more like, "What are you using it for?" And I was like, "I just want to keep a photo of you on my computer, at night." And she was like, "What?" No, I didn't say that. It was more like, I just said, "Oh, we create YouTube videos, and that's an opportunity to tell people what you do." And they're like, "Oh, cool. Want to come in my house and check out this stuff?" And then she was like, "Just go down to that hole." And then she was on the top, like, "He puts the lotions on the skins." And I was like, "Oh God."
I have a video about one. I did witness some of that type of activity over some Pyrex. I didn't get a good video of it happening. I tried to record it, but you couldn't hear it very well. But some ladies were arguing about their spot in line at an estate sale over some Pyrex. And it got pretty heated, and it was a lot of entitled type, talk. And so that's the closest I've seen. When I was in Vegas, though, I ran into that guy that was a Kevin that was yelling at the people in the garage about someone getting some wrestling magazine or something before he did. That guy was mad. Remember that? You were there.
I remember that. So this gentleman so I remember seeing this guy. We're driving around community garage sales or yard sales over here in my area, in my neck of the woods. And I remember this guy getting off the bus, and I'm like, man, this guy is walking a good distance because this bus stop, like, it's like a quarter of a mile or half a mile, and it's Vegas. It's a little warm, regardless whatever time of the year. And soon enough, like, this guy still beat us, and we're driving in the road, and he beats us to a yard sale, and he goes after Jimmy saying, "You took my comics or my Pokemon cards." And Jimmy looks over like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "I saw you. You took them. Like,
yeah,
they were over there, and I was gonna get them." And
he was yelling at the people running the sale too.
Yeah, he collected them. But did that Kevin have any weird odors?
Any what?
Any weird odors? That's what Carrie's saying. I run into a lot of Kevins, entitled older gentlemen who collect Tupperware and signs them and sells them to people with unreasonable expectations and weird odors.
I think he's talking about me, actually, because I show up to a lot of their live events, and that's me that he's talking about, showing up with the weird odor, and I'm an older gentleman. So I think that's who he's talking about right now, is me, because I don't
think he's talking about you. I think
I've ran into Carrie a couple times, and I think he is describing me perfectly much.
You know what I learned about body odor is that people don't have body odor. It's the bacteria on your skin that reacts to the detergent or the sweat, like a chemical reaction. But it's not your body. It's the bacteria. I learned that today.
I don't stink. My sweat does.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how that made sense, but I was just like, okay. I don't know why I remembered it, but I did. Angie, when all of you are out shopping together, y'all make it look so much fun. Makes everyone wish they were shopping with you. They're really cool. And when Sonny brings everybody's tacos, I got up early, or I stayed up late that night, got up early, heated up some tortillas from the store. I don't make tortillas from scratch, even though I have in the past, but not this time. And I took everybody tacos. Angel, one of the flea market vendors, Armando. And what's funny is that Angel is like, I'm not a breakfast eating person. He even says it in a video. And lo and behold, a few seconds later, like, that taco was gone. I was like, this guy is rude. Like, I brought tacos and he's like, I'm not going to eat it. Like, he waved it off like, shoo, peasant, I don't need tacos. But it was gone within a few minutes. I'm like, okay, never getting that again. But that was a good time. I like to do stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to being out there and doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Kevin can take it. He's grizzled. We met a grumpy dude at the swap meet in the past Friday. Yeah, I got some of it recorded on the video. And this guy was probably the worst guy I've ran into, which wasn't bad. I'm glad. He wasn't like physical, but he was mouthy and disrespectful to everybody. What happens with Mikey after you bought something at a yard sale? Oh, that happens, Mikey, that guy. Good night, Cheryl. Time for hardworking lady get to bed after I stuff a pillow over the old man's face. Oh, that's incriminating evidence. I gotta
Yeah.
let me unhighlight that. Uh, oh, this was what I was gonna do, ladies and gents. I reached 6,000 subscribers. Mikey is close to 7,000 if he didn't hit it already. And I'm growing pretty fast. Somebody commented either this morning or late last night, and they're like, "Wait, Sonny, did you just get 2,000 subscribers in 2 weeks?" And I was like, "I don't know. I can't count that high." So whatever I got, I am blessed with, and I hope that it goes somewhere, because I know in my personal life it is, and I know in the community I feel like I'm doing something of value that I could stay proud of, even if for some reason I ever stop doing it, which I don't think I ever will. I'll probably end up being the oldest YouTuber and reseller ever. But by the time I get of that age where I have the shakes, Scarby almost, everything will probably have free shipping and like $1.99. Like, I'll be that crazy older guy. But comment inside here, just 6K and K being lowercase, and we're gonna do a giveaway. I think StreamYard has a giveaway app. I think I did it a while back, and we're gonna give away some items. And they're all surprise items, stuff that I'm going to make, hats, t-shirts, and some other goodies that I've collected in through our sourcing, either Mikey or the reseller cartel.
Sonny,
News? You got some news?
Before you did you notice the eggplant behind me right there?
Oh, there it is. No, I did
It's
not.
a small one. I know. It looks pretty small on screen. It takes
looks
away
like
2 inches, but
looks like a little turd back there.
Yes. Thank you,
Oh,
Sonny.
there he goes.
There it is. Sonny gave that to me last weekend. Thank you, Sonny. There, it looks smaller up there. All right.
What are friends for, to give somebody an eggplant?
I know you were giving me mixed emotions. You gave me the hat and the eggplant. I wasn't sure, but I accepted them both graciously.
He's like, unsub. He's like, oh, the hat's killer. Sub back.
All right. Well, this giveaway is exciting.
I don't think anybody commented unless my thing's behind. 6K.
No, you got to give them better instructions.
They got to type in 6K.
Yeah, type in 6K.
Do they have to do hashtag or just 6K?
Just 6K.
6K. Put it in there, people.
Yeah.
Like that. Oh, we got it. All right. Just like that.
Oh, how did my Twitch type it in as well? If I win, I'm keeping it. All right, now let me figure out this StreamYard.
All right, now it's coming. Now it's coming.
Will it recognize if they did hashtag 6K? If you did hashtag 6K, do one without the hashtag just in case.
Yeah, without it.
So if you did hashtag 6K,
Hey,
do
Janine.
one without hashtag. Because I don't think it'll recognize it.
Yeah, just 6K. Make sure it's lowercase, Kristen. So everybody gets a fair chance. Oh,
You need to spell out the word 6. And
ladies and gents, everybody say hello to my mom.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Mom.
That's where I get my looks from. Don't you dare look at her any type of sort of way. Relics. Miss Canada, I'm willing to wait till I get my income tax.
Me and Mikey.
It doesn't matter where you're at. A win's a win, and I gotta follow through with what I said. There's no disclaimers on what state you are. Now, if you don't have a mailing address, maybe somebody's gonna visit you in the States, and I could send it to them. That's also one thing I've had sales through, is that some people are overseas and they're like, I really want to buy this, but the shipping cost is too much, and I get it because it is. So I usually message them back saying, do you have any family visiting? And you could send it to them, use their address. And at least 75% of the time, the people are like, oh, that's right, they are coming over here, or they're already sending something, they could add it to it. So that's a good thing. If people ever come at you like, I'm overseas and you're trying to work with them, ask them if they have any other address, family members to send that item to. But they have to put that address in there, and not you just take it in afterwards and try to figure that out, because that'll be a headache. Let's do, is this Kristen, Rachel, or Angie? Which one is it?
I think it's a mystery. They never tell.
They never
It's
tell.
all three of them, actually.
They're like, you press one word and we press one number.
They all
Together. All right, let me try this right here. Heavy hello, Mom, from Sal right there. All right, let me see. Hold on. I need to share the video because it'd be like, no, I didn't see it. Sonny's lying. All right, can y'all see it?
Yep.
Okay. Because I can't see it. I got the window covering what I'm doing. All right. 6K. Start collection. 18 entries.
We got like 50-some people in here. Anybody else want to enter?
I'll give you one more minute. But until then, folks,
There's 50 people watching. Anybody else want to enter?
Okay.
We got Jake just entered.
Jake the Snake.
He's entering like 7 times.
What's up, Miss Taffy? Oh, we got a video. We got to meet Miss Taffy.
Yep. Miss Taffy's the real deal. I think my video is coming out on Sunday, probably. Or next Tuesday, but I think I'm aiming for Sunday.
Yeah, I think I'm aiming for Sunday too. So 6K. All right, let me see if I need
my face. I might as well hold that up. Okay, we got a couple people that joined. So a couple more people. One more person.
All right, folks. We're gonna count it down sits from 6 on down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1, and we are gonna draw, folks. Oh, I'm seeing my logo on there. Free shipping to myself. Oh. Dan Brenton, you are the winner. Congratulations. Hope you're still in the chat. Did I change it? Okay, I got out of it. Make sure to email me at SonnyLasVegas. 702. I have this weird, funky keyboard that I found, and I'm using it on a tablet. SonnyLasVegas 702@gmail.com. So make sure to email me your address, what you want the stuff sent to, and I'm going to have it out. What is it? Probably Saturday or Monday. Also, message me your T-shirt size. Thank you. I can't believe it. I know it's a lot of fun when you win, when it's unexpected. Saw you on Matt's. Hi, Linda. All right, ladies and gents, we're going to conclude this video next time.
In conclusion.
In conclusion of the summary of the index of this page channel. Guys, tell them about yourself. Whatever comes to mind, tell them.
Me first. No, Jimmy Old School Flips. Go check out my YouTube channel, Old School Flips. It's mainly treasure hunting at yard sales and estate sales. Just looking for cool items that are collectible to flip on eBay. And then I'm on a podcast with Ken, who's in the chat right now, SSK Promo. That's more of the reseller talk, but there's a lot of joking around. Maybe learn a couple things here and there. And just talk about what's going on in the reseller community. That channel is called Reseller Clickbait Podcast. That's what I'm doing.
All righty. Well, I'm Mikey Bags. I got a YouTube channel. I drop videos. I go live every Friday night at 7 p.m. Pacific time with my super wife, Super Court. And thank you guys all for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you, Sonny and Jimmy, for having me on. I had a great time, per usual. And yeah, if you guys haven't subbed to any of us down here, what are you waiting for? Sonny?
What are you waiting for? Is that a song?
Yeah.
Is that
It is
Creed?
now.
Who is that?
Doesn't it go?
I only know the Beastie Boys. Creed, that's out of my league.
I'm Sonny Las Vegas. I'm a full-time reseller. I'm trying to grow on YouTube, but not just grow. I'm trying to provide something that I feel is useful and could benefit you, because it's benefited me. It's changed my life tremendously to where I could barely afford an apartment. I didn't have a job. Now I worry less about that, and it's more of just spending time with family. That's one of the big things that I love about reselling. It's a lot of work. It's not hard work, but as long as you're learning and applying yourself, you could make your life a lot more comfortable if you just focus on you and not focus on how other people are. Focus on the positive when you feel down. When you think you're not doing enough, just take a moment to stop, look back at what all you've done, give yourself a pat on the back, enjoy yourself, enjoy your family, and then just start working again some more and repeat, learn and apply. I'm Sonny Las Vegas. You'll catch more of me and these guys here on YouTube, Instagram, social media, throughout all the places. Who knows? We just might be in a magazine soon and in a commercial. Maybe even make the news, but for good reasons. For good reasons. So, ladies and gents, take care. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for next Thursday for another live. And also check out these girls. The ladies, they started their own podcasts. So it's good to have a woman's perspective. I agree. And they said that last time. So make sure to check them out. Jennifer Hayes, thank you very, very much. Everybody take care. Have a good night. And we'll see you next time.